Our next stop on this year's holiday home tour brings us 2 stories of functional holiday elegance. Let's take a peek.
Well, with the decorators, Patrick Heffernan and Catherine Marsland, they're from Michael Roberts, and they had the inspiration of a coastal living Christmas. So something that was coastal, southern, if you will. So if you notice in the living room and the bedroom and the main bath, they've gone with more of a nautical theme and something conducive to a beach in South Carolina, that feel. What we did here in the dining room with Stokes is something a little more traditional, sort of like a Savannah Christmas. So again, coastal in feel, but Savannah. So we used a lot of magnolia and a lot of like old things like that that I really like. I really enjoy working with. The office is it's a beautiful room. It's beautiful masculine furniture. So again, inspired by that southern coastal living, if you will. We used real artichokes that we can get in as a cut flower. We hazed them with gold paint, and I used mostly, again, magnolia, some beautiful artificial silks that were bronze, and lots of my absolute favorite, which is gardenia foliage. It's really waxy and it's beautiful. So that was the inspiration for that room.
When I was first approached by Audrey Allen to do this house, the first thing we had to do was take a look at the house and come up with a concept. So between myself, Catherine Marsland, Mary Dan and Beth Priamo, we hit upon the idea of doing a coastal Christmas. So for anybody who's been to the house, that's exactly what they'll see. The main floor of this house is pretty well all done in that theme. The furniture here, the colors, the texture, the style of the furniture, and all the accessories all reflect the coastal living idea. And I think we achieved it pretty well, and I'm not so sure it's been done before, so we thought it was different, and we had great fun doing it. I would like to add Fred Smith, an absolute gentleman whose house this is, was generous in the extreme with his time, himself, and the availability of his house. And he put a lot of trust in us, let us come and go as we please, and it was a pleasure just to work in this beautiful home with Fred's permission. As we go into the master bedroom, probably 2 things you'll notice right off the bat is the ship sitting on the console at the window. That actually is a replica of the Blue Nose. And with the shutters open on a fine day, there is a pond out back of Fred's property, and with the water or the sun glistening on the water, it almost looks like the boat is floating on the water. It's quite magical. The bed, of course, is dressed in red and black, got lots of texture. Again, it's vibrant and certainly has a joyous feel to it. So it's just the kind of ambiance you would expect to find if you were living near the ocean or in Florida or a place like that.
The designers came in, and I gave them a free rein because, you know, it was a wonderful opportunity to give something back to the community. And this is a great group, and these ladies did a wonderful, wonderful job doing it. And they got all these decorators to come in, and I gave them a free rein and gave them a key to the place so they could come in and do it at their leisure without me hanging over their shoulders. And I think that worked out really good. You know, it's the old story about you can't give a gift and then put a string on it. So it was a wonderful association, and it still is. And got to meet some beautiful people that really care about the community and other people.
Now, the Holiday Home Tour not only is a great weekend with friends and family, it also helps right here in our community. Here is a Thames Valley Children's Auxiliary member to tell us how.
We hope that this year, with the silent auction, live auction, and all the proceeds, that we will have raised $1 million for the Thames Valley Children's Center over the past 20 years. I think we were up to $885,000 last year, and as John Nash, our honorary chair, said, let's make it $1 million, and I agree. That would be a great idea. And all the proceeds from our tour usually goes to the Augmentative Communication Program, which helps kids with speech disorders. And last year, I think we paid for a speech pathologist's salary. 20 years ago, I think there was about 10 ladies came up with the idea of doing a home tour, and it took 3 years to plan the tour. And then we started 20 years ago with our first one. It was small. I think it was just in somebody's home. And we've progressed through the 20 years to about 3,000 people we have through the tour now. And we do it for the kids because it's the kids that benefit from all our efforts.
As you can see, this year's Holiday Home Tour was amazing. Thanks so much for joining us. If you want to get involved in next year's tour, maybe your home has that holiday potential, you can go to the website. It's tvccauxiliary.ca. Thanks again so much for joining us, and happy holidays.